The air was crisp and the sky a clear azure as the legions of Constantine the Great marched toward Rome, the heart of the empire where Maxentius awaited, bolstered by the might of his own troops. Tension hung heavy among the soldiers. Whispers of dreams and divine signs fluttered through their ranks, fueling a fervent zeal. On the eve of the battle, Constantine reportedly saw a vision of a cross in the sky, accompanied by the words, "In this sign, you will conquer." This profound moment profoundly influenced him, leading him to adorn his soldiers' shields with the Christian symbol, instilling a sense of divine mission in their hearts. As dawn broke, the two armies faced each other across the narrow Tiber River, the strategic Milvian Bridge linking their fates. The weather, unseasonably warm for late October, added to the soldiers' discomfort, sweat mingling with the dust kicked up by thousands of marching feet. Constantine's forces advanced with disciplined coordination, their spirits lifted by the belief that their cause was righteous and divinely ordained. Maxentius, on the other hand, was plagued by indecision, his mind clouded by ominous omens and the fear of betrayal within his ranks. The initial clash at the river's edge was brutal and chaotic, with both sides desperate to control the bridge, the key to victory. The sounds of clashing steel and the cries of the wounded filled the air, a grim symphony of war under the watchful eyes of both commanders. Maxentius, pressured by his advisors and harried by disloyal troops, made the fateful decision to retreat across the bridge, hoping to regroup within the safety of Rome's formidable walls. However, Constantine's forces, emboldened by their leader's charisma and the symbolic power of their shields, pressed forward relentlessly. As the battle intensified, the structural integrity of the Milvian Bridge began to falter under the weight of the retreating army, the wooden planks groaning ominously. The Roman engineers, loyal to Maxentius, had underestimated the strength of the hastily constructed bridge under such stress. In a dramatic turn, the bridge collapsed, plunging many of Maxentius's men into the turbulent waters of the Tiber. The river, swollen from recent rains, became a watery grave for those weighed down by armor and panic. Maxentius himself, clad in heavy imperial armor, was among those who fell into the river. His drowning marked a symbolic and literal downfall, his body later retrieved from the river, mud-stained and ignoble. On the banks of the Tiber, Constantine stood victorious, his face set in a grim expression of relief and determination. He saw not just a military victory, but a divine endorsement of his rule and his faith, which would reshape the empire. The aftermath of the battle was marked by a solemn procession of Constantine's troops into Rome, their entry unopposed and their path lined with citizens both curious and awestruck. The city, which had braced for a siege, now opened its gates to a new master and a new god. In the following days, Constantine issued decrees that began to elevate Christianity from persecuted cult to a religion of state privilege. The battle's outcome had not only political but profound spiritual ramifications, shifting the religious landscape of the Roman Empire. The Senate, recognizing the winds of change, commissioned a triumphal arch in Constantine's honor, the inscription praising his liberation of Rome with the aid of a divine power. The Arch of Constantine still stands today, a stone testament to the battle and its divine narrative. As news of the victory and the vision spread throughout the empire, Christianity began to emerge from the shadows, its adherents now more open and its practices more widely observed. Churches, once hidden and humble, started to reflect their newfound status, becoming grander and more public. Constantine, now secure in his rule, turned his attention to consolidating power, his policies increasingly reflecting his commitment to his faith. He convened councils and sought to define and unify Christian doctrine, forever intertwining his legacy with the Church. The cultural and political elite of Rome, though initially skeptical of Constantine's religious fervor, gradually adapted or were replaced by those more favorable to the new order. The imperial court soon mirrored the religious shift, becoming a center of Christian scholarship and debate. The empire's enemies, particularly those of different faiths, viewed Constantine's conversion with suspicion and concern, fearing the implications of a divinely sanctioned rule. Diplomatic relations became intricately tied to religious affiliations, reshaping alliances and enmities. Throughout the provinces, the impact of Constantine's victory and religious shift was felt unevenly, with some regions embracing the change, while others, especially in the eastern parts, remained bastions of traditional Roman and Hellenistic religions. This diversity set the stage for centuries of religious and cultural conflict within the empire. As an aging Constantine reflected on his reign, he viewed the Battle of the Milvian Bridge as the fulcrum upon which his life and the fate of the Roman Empire had turned. His legacy, however complex and contested, would be defined by the integration of imperial power and Christian faith. Our journey through time comes to an end for today. We embark on new adventures every week. If you relish the experience, please like and subscribe.